Hi, I'm Dana Opelman. This video is for my free sleep course for babies 7 to 12 months right here on YouTube. If you could use more guidance, then check out Sleep Sense Plus. The link is in the description below.
All right, in our last video, we talked about the importance of that bedtime routine, keeping our child awake through every step of that routine and into the crib awake. And I know you're wondering what comes next, so let's talk about that. I'm going to walk you through the stay in the room method. I'll talk a little bit about leave and check as well, because for some people that is a better option. But for most people who find the Sleep Sense program, they're looking for an alternative to leave and check or cry it out, whatever it is that they're calling it. And the stay in the room method works really well for a lot of parents. So I'm going to walk you through those steps, and that is where I'd like you to start. And if you need to modify as you go along in the next couple of days, that's absolutely fine, and I will coach you how to do that. But let's start with this. This method I find really reassures parents. You can be present, you can stay with your child while they learn this really important skill. A lot of people get a little hung up about the idea of leaving the child. And so this offers you that opportunity to be present, because it doesn't, you being there or not being there doesn't really matter, because this is a skill that she has to learn. Okay? But if you want to be there and be supportive, absolutely this is the best approach for you. So what do we do? Night one, we bring in a chair. I would suggest a kitchen chair or something of the sorts, and you are going to sit right beside the crib. Now, given the age of your child, they will most likely sit up or stand up in the crib. Again, remember, for most of your babies, they've only ever been put in the crib already asleep. So they don't even actually know what it's like to be in this crib awake at bedtime. And they might be wondering, hey, what the heck do I do in here? So they will most likely be sitting or standing if they can do that. And you will try to lie them down 5 times. And you'll say a key phrase like it's sleepy time or it's nighty night now, and you'll lay them down. Chances are high they will pop right back up. You will lie them down, saying your key phrase, they're going to pop up. If by the 5th time they're not responding to this, they're not staying down, or they're getting increasingly angrier that you keep trying to make them lay down, then just let it go. Okay, let them explore, let them kind of roam around the crib, and they're just figuring out what goes on here. And they will most likely be crying because they're concerned and they're wondering, what the heck do I do in this thing? And why aren't you doing all the things, all my props that help me get to sleep in the first place? And that is okay. This is part of the process. They have to practice getting to sleep on their own, independently, without all that prop assistance. And that's the trickiest part, but the learning comes fast, I promise you. Now, if touching your child is helpful, that is okay. I call it careful touch, because we don't want to do anything lulling that actually puts the child to sleep, or we will quickly replace one prop with a brand new one. So any touch you do, make it intermittent. Do it for 30 seconds to a minute, and then stop for a minute and do a little more and stop. Again, all you're really doing is offering some support or some comfort. You are not trying to get them to go to sleep, right? That is their job now. Some babies respond well to touch, meaning they calm down a little bit. Some babies do not. Some babies just push your hand away. Don't touch me. I'm just angry here and I don't want you to touch me anymore. Don't do anything that feels like it's making matters worse. If touching isn't helping, then just keep your hands in your lap. You can try your key phrase instead, saying that repetitive, it's sleepy time now or nighty night now. If that's helpful, absolutely do that every few minutes. Again, if every time you open your mouth she screams even louder, then don't keep saying it. You may just need to sit there. There might actually be nothing that you can do on this night to help. Just your presence in the room is all you can offer, and she's just angry. And she's angry because she doesn't know how to do this. And she's tired too. Let's keep that in mind. She's absolutely fatigued and ready for sleep. So we've got fatigue and a little bit of frustration and anger all mixed into it. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. Absolutely. And you're there offering support until she starts figuring out this skill. I would resist the urge to pick her up. At this age, in this age range, chances are extremely high that picking her up out of the crib is only going to make matters worse, because she has an expectation. She's expecting you to do something. She's very clear that this is not the way I get to sleep. That is the way I get to sleep. And she'll be expecting you to go back to her prop. And when all you do is give her a quick kiss on the cheek and a hug and put her back into that crib, chances are high she's just going to escalate, and now she's crying level 10, and there's nothing you can do to help her. So I find that it often just makes matters worse. If you want to test me on this one, okay, give it a shot. Give it one try. You'll know, right? Oh gosh, that didn't help. Or maybe on rare occasions it does. They just calm down a little bit, and when you put them back into the crib, the crying is less or minimized, and they figure out a way to get to sleep. But I just want to warn you, on night 1, this is the hardest night by far. It will look like she cried herself to sleep, because essentially that's what she's done, because she doesn't know any other way yet. Right? And there may not be any calming down period. You know, when we think about crying ourselves to sleep, it might look something like I cry quite intensely for a period of time, and then I start to get a grip on myself and calm down until eventually I sleep. But for babies, it doesn't often look that way. They just cry pretty intensely until the body says, okay, enough's enough here, and off she goes. She can be crying 1 second and asleep the next. It can happen that fast. So we're just in there, we're riding this out until she falls asleep. No time limit. Okay, and everyone always asks at this point, how long will it take? I can't give you an answer to that because I don't want to set you up with false hope. Could be 5 minutes and it could be longer. Let's just say it could be longer, quite a bit longer. And that is okay, because the good news is this will get better as the nights go on, and she'll learn some skills, and this will take less and less time. But for tonight, it is what it is. Try switching off with your partner if you've got a partner or a friend that can be there to help you. This will be easier if you troubleshoot together. How can we get through this? Do I go in for 20 minutes and then you come in for 20? Do you want to alternate nights? I'll take the first night, you take the next night. However you're going to be able to get through this, do it. Some people bring in their earbuds and listen to their music with obviously the sound off. That can be helpful. When you do take your break, maybe go out and sit on the front porch for a few minutes just to get a break. Anything you need to do, whine, I don't know, whatever you need to do to get through this, because it is going to be the toughest of the nights. But you've made a commitment. You now understand why we need to make the changes we need to make. And I promise you, this is going to be life-changing for everyone in the family. I know you can do it. Good luck tonight. See you tomorrow.